Video can make a huge impact in the classroom and especially for homework. And there are people searching for your expertise, looking out for videos that you could be making. You are one of the great people explaining your subject in the world, and students out there are looking for your expertise in your subject. In this set of videos, I'm going to take you through how I make educational videos and how you can make it easy. But my first and main tip is have confidence and enjoy the process of making videos, because you are excellent and you are an expert in what you do. You have the experience that students want, and I promise you that for every negative voice, there are hundreds of really positive voices out there on the internet that are going to give you such great feedback for the efforts that you put in to make educational content about your subject. We all carry around really high-powered computers with video cameras attached to them, so I'm going to suggest to start making educational videos, just use your phone. Use it for videoing and use it for the editing as well. This is not about technical aspects of making videos. This is about ways to make it super easy for you to have a go at making educational videos so that you can share them with your class and with people all the way around the world. So here's the most important 3 things to get right to make your videos look good, to make them look professional and to make them look good enough for students to enjoy watching them. There are a few things that you want to get right, and firstly is the camera. Now, I don't know if you can see right now, but I am actually facing a window, so the camera is pointing towards me. If I turn around so the camera faces the window, you will see that's not a very pleasing shot, is it? Okay, so make sure your camera position is correct. I also like to leave a lot of space on one side of the shot, because you're going to use that to put words and pictures later on in the editing process. Try and have some way to make the camera nice and stable. So here I've just got it on a small Gorilla Pod type situation. You can buy larger ones, you can buy kind of very cheap phone grips with little tripods and little holders like this that are going to keep the camera nice and stable. Holding it out with just one hand is going to lead to camera shake, and you don't really want that in your videos. It's going to make it hard to watch. So if you don't have those things, then just try propping it up. Here I've got a little very cheap tripod. I'm sure it costs less than a tenner from Amazon, and I'm just using a set of biology textbooks, because what else would you use biology textbooks for? Just to prop them up, because you do want to avoid the up the nose shot. You want to get the camera lens about to eye level. And lastly, you want to make sure that the audio is clear, and the best way to do that is just to make sure you're really quite close to your phone. Okay, I actually am using an external microphone which cost about 50 quid from Amazon, and I'll put a link to that below, which means that I'm only capturing the audio just from around my head, so it's really good for just voices. But I'm going to unplug it now, and you'll see that the audio just from my phone is okay. It's not too bad. It's certainly not bad enough that you should let not having something external microphone to stop you from actually making a video. But remember, speak loudly, speak clearly, but don't slow down too much, and speak as if you're speaking to a classroom full of people who are listening attentively, not quietly to your best friend, or not on a field trying to get everyone's attention across the other side of the field. I'm talking to you, the PE teachers, in that one. So what we're going to do next is we're going to look at just editing on the phone, and I use an app called KineMaster. I've also used Power Director, both of which have free versions which are absolutely fine for you to get started editing videos on your phone. And in that video we're going to learn to put text, and we're going to learn to put images over the top of our video, to use those good PowerPoint skills that you've got, those informations that you know students need displayed whilst they're watching and listening to you talk. If you've got an iPhone, then iMovie is perfectly good enough to do all of these things that we're going to do. So that's next in this series. This one was about the basics of getting the most out of your phone. Then we're going to talk about editing, and the third video is going to be about how you flow and how you structure and how you kind of format your explanations so that they're most enjoyable and most understandable on video. Then the next video, fourth video, is going to be about search engine optimization and building an audience, which is really important. How does your video actually get discovered within the kind of YouTube or wherever else you want to share your video? Then video 5, I'm going to talk about some more creative kind of ideas and how you can use sort of more technology, better cameras, maybe even green screens, things like that to do more creative and interesting things with your videos. And then really 6 will be about making a channel and how to actually think about putting your videos all together into a kind of brand on the internet there. And then the last one will be about different types of videos and other types of videos you might want to think about creating, other than these just kind of talking head kind of videos. Right, thanks very much for watching. This is Gorilla Physics. We're all about you understanding your physics more, understanding education more, enjoying education more, being more confident, and so your students do better in your exams. In their exams.